Have you ever wondered how much real estate agents truly make? The very first video I made for this YouTube channel was how much money I made my first year as a real estate agent. And some people that know me were actually surprised how much I made because I was working 2 jobs at the time and real estate was only my part-time job. What I didn't say in that video was how much money I spent to get there and how much money do you need to be a real estate agent. In this video I will reveal the truth and break down the myths about real estate agents' income and how much does it actually cost to be a realtor. Let's first break down how exactly do we get paid. The seller is hiring a real estate agent to market and sell their home, and in the listing agreement seller agrees to pay a certain commission. The average commission is anywhere between 5 to 7% and it's fully negotiable, which doesn't mean that cheaper is always the better, but I'll make another video talking just about that. This is later split between the listing agent and a buying agent. Let me give you an example. Agent lists Bob's house and Bob is agreeing to pay 6% commission. Then another agent brings a buyer and from those 6% they get paid 3% or whatever is written in the listing agreement. So if you are buying a home, you do not pay a real estate agent at least of the time of this recording. You may pay a transaction fee or admin fee charged to you by buying brokerage, but in most of the cases your cost to hire a real estate professional is zero. I had to mention this because sometimes people get confused and they say, I don't want to use a realtor when buying a home because it's gonna cost me money. It won't cost you anything, at least at the time of this recording, because the seller pays all the fees. Let's say a listing agent brings a buyer and double ends the listing. Then the listing agent can receive the whole 6% of the commission. Sounds amazing, right? Let's say the house price is $500,000 for easy numbers. The 6% of $500,000 is $30,000. So now the listing agent, let's call him George for easy remembering, receives $15,000 and the buyer's agent also gets $15,000. And now you may be thinking, oh my god, George just took the photos and put the house on MLS, and this guy, he just opened the door to these buyers and they both get $15,000 each. Where do I sign up for that job? You know what they say, if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. This is where things get a tiny bit complicated. So this guy George, his broker just received $15,000. You as an agent have a split with the brokerage. For example, in Keller Williams, split is usually 70-30. 70% to you, 30% to the broker. Your commission split is going to depend from the company to company, but if you're on a team, for example, the split could be low as 50-50 or 40-60 even. So who is this guy broker and why is he taking my money? Why wouldn't I just start my own brokerage? Well, the brokers take all the liability of owning a brokerage. And yes, you can open your own brokerage and receive 100% of your commission, but owning a brokerage is never easy. If it was, everyone would have their own brokerage. Nowadays there are many better options than opening your own brokerage. For example, you can join eXp Realty and you can have all the benefits of owning brokerage without any liabilities. So in Keller Williams your split is 70-30, then you have to pay 6% franchise fee and you would actually receive 64% of your commission. So 64% of $15,000 is $9,600. So they take almost $6,000 from your commission. Most of the brokerages have cap, which means once you pay a certain amount to them, you have 100% commission until your anniversary date. In Keller Williams that number for me was $21,000. Now I'm with a better company called eXp Realty and my cap is only $16,000. My split is 80-20 with no franchise fees, and if I sell 20 more homes after I cap, I get $60,000 back in company stock. But keep in mind that you only get paid if the deal closes. Sadly but true, you know in life that things do not go always as planned. The deal can fall apart for many reasons, including inspection, financing or any other contingency that may affect the sale of the house. So let's say you put the house under contract today. The average closing takes between 30 and 45 days if everything goes smoothly. Of course, someone can pay cash and close in 7 days with no inspections, but this is not how things usually work. So we are talking about almost 2 months from getting your offer accepted to getting paid if everything goes right. Let's now talk about how many homes did the agent show to the potential buyers before they got under contract. According to National Association of Realtors data, the buyers usually take 10 weeks of touring houses before they decide to make an offer. At the time of this recording, we are still in the seller's market and the buyers have to be even more aggressive when it comes to searching for home. And when you are working with the sellers, it takes even more time to get paid. How long does it take for the seller to decide to sell? Nobody wakes up one day and says, hey, this is such a lovely day to sell a house and have 20 people coming through my bedroom. I've been talking to this seller for 8 months before he actually decided to list the house. These are some big life decisions and nothing happens overnight. And after I signed the listing agreement, I am the one paying for professional photos, I am the one paying for marketing. I hold open houses without knowing if this house is even going to sell. That's why 87% of the agents fail in their first 2 years in the business. In the beginning especially, it's really unpredictable and you have no idea how much money you're going to make. Similar to growing a YouTube channel. Subscribe, by the way. Let's now talk about expenses. This can vary from agent to agent, but my average business operating cost is around $700 a month. Of course, once you start making more, you're gonna be spending more. Some offices charge desk fee or office fee, but I pay $85 a month technology fee and I have access to some of the most amazing tools in the real estate industry. But if I want to have my private office space, there will be a few $100 a month as well. I work mostly with the sellers, so I spend between $200 and $400 per listing on professional photos and marketing. I also invest a lot in myself and my skills, so I spend around $2,000 a year on coaching, seminars, courses, and similar things that will improve my sales skills. I also spend $100 a month on marketing my business, which includes paid Facebook ads, postcards, or business cards. And then you have miscellaneous expenses like listing signs, lock boxes, open house snacks. For example, listing signs. One listing sign with a post cost me around $120. Of course, you're not buying listing signs every day, but from time to time they wear out and you have to replace them. Some agents are also buying leads, and that's another few $100 a month or even more sometimes. Or if some other agent refers you a client, they will usually charge you 25% referral fee. And remember, agents are self-employed and you have to put money aside for taxes. I usually put 25 to 30% of my check for taxes in my separate account. Self-employed also means no benefits, so you have to pay for your own health insurance and you have to put money aside for your retirement plan. Thank God I'm now with TXP Realty and we do have a very affordable health insurance and we have a retirement plan in terms of stock. So how much do real estate agents make? This will depend on a number of factors. For example, where you live, the average sales price in California is not gonna be the same as the average sales price in Ohio. In these expensive markets, you can basically get $100,000 from one sale. So in some cheaper markets, you need to sell a lot more homes to reach your income goal. You really have to know your numbers. Let's say on average your commission check is around $5,000. So you have to calculate how many homes do you have to sell in order to put the food on the table and to pay all the bills. So basically there is no limit on how much you can make as a real estate agent. You can make insane amounts of money in this industry, but not overnight. This job is not for everyone. You may see people driving nice cars and wearing nice suits, but this is sales. We have to look nice, because first impression and perception is everything.